Wait, is it P1 icon? Left scroll, right scroll. Cool, cool. Okay, so we've got Khanage and Lucretio who should be playing. Should be quite interesting. I don't actually know if they've ever actually played in tourney before, but can't imagine it will be insanely bad. Oh. So, I guess they're doing a striking system at the moment. See what stage they're going to choose shortly. Once that's all done, then jump in from there. And it looks like we're going to Mega Palatinas as the first game. So starting off fresh, Lucretio, probably what he wants to do is keep Peach out, because Peach has fairly decent frame data, to be fair. She's very good at aerial rushing, and even on the ground to some degree, because of things like float cancelling, Nair not having too much cooldown, back air not having too much cooldown on landing, up air as well, especially down air. And a lot of those moves combo into each other at low percent, although Khanage does like to get his grab or his low combo grabs every now and again. Although being in the air, Rob's Fair does work quite well, which is what we're seeing from Lucretio currently at the moment. Even so, still roughly even percent. Lucretio not going to follow up with the up air, although it's probably true from that percent as well. He read the direction which Khanage was going, misses it the second time. Doesn't get punished for it though. On landing, Khanage goes for the dash attack and whiffs it. Same way. Oh, Lucretio goes with the wave bounce side B. Doesn't get punished, so he crushes up quite nicely, which worked out in his favour. Doesn't follow up with the gyro to laser, but gets the gyro to up smash to take that stock. So he does have quite a bit of a lead. Peach can kill early if she does manage to get you off stage, especially considering Fair's knockback is probably considered that of aerial smash attack. Same way, Lucretio's further in the gap a bit more and more. 44% is quite a deficit at the moment with a stock lead. Going with some gyro mix-ups, working well for him. Catches the down smash, and now they're evening out to the percent to stop down though, so Khanage is having some problems at the moment. He does have Lucretio off stage, so is this where he can pull it back? Lucretio doesn't space in there well and gets caught with a Fair instead, so it is looking quite bad for him. He does have him on the ledge, reads it with a nice float cancel back, or float back and then cancels it to then get the grab, so it is working quite well. Catches the air dodge read and up smashes him for it, and it looks like he's got a Stitch face in his hand, I believe so. So Lucretio might be in a panic state where he's just waiting. Nope, he's gone in to get that damage. He does have a 106% lead at the moment. He's got Khanage off the edge. If he does get hit by the gyro, then he will probably die to an up smash. Khanage recovering safely, not choosing to do anything too risky. Does get those low percent follow-ups, which is working out in his favour. Catches the dash attack. Ooh, probably could have gone with the up B in order to get the hard read. Might have been able to kill from that. Same way. Khanage trying to make his way in so that he can actually force Lucretio off stage. Probably his best hope of actually getting the lead and potentially taking this game. Otherwise, it is quite risky. That up throw won't kill because percent isn't enough, but with the knockback growth of it, it'll probably kill now if he does manage to get it. In which case, are we going to see it kill? Just a bit off, probably could have stayed in, so maybe one more might be it. Oh, he goes for the pummel, and maybe that was a bit too much, but he went for it again, and that is going to kill. Stalled 3 times, still worked in his favour. So that's currently 1-0 so far to Lucretio. Be quite interesting if they do actually play in or seeing this in tourney, because haven't seen them actually play before until now. So if he wins this, might be quite impressive. Khanage has been studying, so he hasn't really attended anything since, and we haven't had a monthly as well, which he's for him to actually come down to. But he decides to go for the run back straight to Mega Palatinas. So going back for that, Lucretio takes first blood with the laser. Trying to work his way in, follows up with the neutral air to the up air, which is a true combo if you have bad DI at low percent. Khanage trying to work his way in, poking around the shield. knowing that Rob doesn't have any good out of shield options from behind, he did poke from behind, which is quite smart and methodical from Khanage as well. He is racking up a bit more damage, so he does have a more sizable lead at the moment. Gets the jump read from the ledge and follows up with an up air. He does have him off stage at the moment, which is a bad spot. If he does land fair, there's a good chance he probably will kill Lucretio at this point. Does land it, and it does take the stock, in which case Lucretio is down by 1 stock currently. Khanage just looking to recover back to stage. Lucretio trying to get an early gimp. I'm not quite sure if that would have killed Peach quite, or at this percent at least, because it is sub 50, where the knockback probably won't be that much. Same way saying that, Khanage tries to go for a counter, gets punished off a bit with the gyro. Oh, and isn't really looking quite good for Lucretio this game. Maybe Khanage has adapted to some of the habits which Lucretio has, and probably trying to trail further. I mean, once Khanage does get the lead, it seems like Khanage is constantly moving forward. It's working out in his favour, but maybe that's what he needed to do from the last game in order to actually try and get a substantial lead. Not quite sure what he's aiming for here. Lucretio going for the up airs over and over. If he went for the back air, he would have taken Khanage's stock, but doesn't follow up from it. Tries to go with a hard read of a dash dance up smash, which is quite risky. Khanage goes to try and end it. Misses the fair, but gets the footstool, which ends that game quite early. That was quite fast as well, so that puts the score at 1-1. That seemed a lot more comfortable than Lucretio's game, which he won, game 1. In which case, let's see what he's going to strike now for getting into that next game. Should be quite good. See where we go from there. See if they're going to do the set, which runs straight back to Omega Palatinas. It might be a good option to run for. Could also be a bad option at the same time. Oh, okay, running it to Battlefield. Probably looking to survive the fair, no doubt. Or I wouldn't be surprised if he's trying to do that. Same way, Lucretio doesn't get the first blood. But, oh wait, yeah, he does. He gets a grab. Follows up with the up air. Khanage going for a counter, which does fail. Goes for the low percent dash attack. I wouldn't have recommended that at 0%, considering it might have been punishable on hits. Lucretio trying to space him out. Khanage misses a grab, gets punished for it, and now Lucretio does have a 75% deficit lead, which is quite massive, considering if Lucretio does tank. Oh, he's sitting in shield quite a bit. Wouldn't have expected that, but he didn't actually lose anything from it, which is quite shocking. There are quite a few input flubs from both sides, but Khanage seems to be suffering from it the most. He's finally taken some blood from Lucretio, but let's see if he can actually follow up from it. Lucretio does like to land with Nair, but Khanage hasn't seemed to capitalise off of it so far. He throws away the gyro, which doesn't land near the edge, in which case it isn't giving him any continued pressure. Allows Khanage to get back to stage safely. Oh, goes for the down air, which was quite risky. Oh, Khanage gets a footstool. Putting him in a bad spot. If he went for the up throw, if he would have landed him on the platform in the middle, it might have actually killed him. Considering he did have a bit of rage as well, so that probably would have increased on the knockback which is going on. And that trade with both back airs takes Khanage's first stop, so he is quite behind currently. Let's see if he can push this lead any further. Khanage trying to work his way in. Fair will kill with bad DI, which just happened. So we are at an even game currently at the moment. Lucretio getting some early damage with the down throw to up air. Lands safely back to the ground. He does have him off stage, so this is a bad spot for Lucretio. He does try and go aggressive, and he does get a good solid 20% damage for it. Khanage whiffing the fair, gets grabbed, up thrown. Now has him in a bad spot, but Battlefield, he definitely won't die early, even if he was to land the up air there. Khanage adding some pressure on the shield, goes for the neutral air. Punishes the spot dodge with the jab, or the double jab. Lucretio trying to end it fast with the spike. Doesn't get it. Reads that she's going to go in, Khanage is going to go in the air and decides to fair it. Now Lucretio's in a bad spot off stage. Fair won't kill at this percent, but Khanage just adding additional pressure. Doesn't read the roll, or doesn't manage to punish the roll in. The up smash takes it. That was probably landed like just about sub 100 as well, but maybe the bit of rage added in to take that for him, in which case that ends the set with a 2-1 to Lucretio. So I will be jumping off comms to let Lucretio back in.